Audrii Cunningham. Rumors say she's been found. Let's watch.
I also want to say thank you to Trinity River. Announced that Audrii's body was located at the Trinity River on the U.S. Highway 59. As a result of today's developments, I will discontinue the Amber Alert for Audrii. And I want to thank DPS, Department of Public Safety, for all their help in this alert. The information that we have gathered in this criminal investigation is substantial. The Polk County Sheriff's Office investigators, the Livingston Police Department, and the Texas Rangers, the game wardens, the FBI, Harris County Sheriff's Office, the San Jacinto County Sheriff's Office, the District Attorney's Office, in Trinity County and Liberty County. It's just an outpouring of love from all of our law enforcement partners. My heart aches with this news, and I express with my deepest sympathies and condolences to everyone who knew, who cared for, and loved Audrii. The Sheriff's Office, we will continue to process the evidence that has been gathered to ensure that the justice for Audrii. And at this time, I will turn the podium over to the Polk County District Attorney, Ms. Shelley Sutton.
Thank you, Byron. My name is Shelley Sitton, and I am your Polk County District Attorney. I just want to take a few moments to explain how we're going to move forward from here. Based on all of the evidence that law enforcement has collected,
Tell us.
They are in the process of preparing the appropriate arrest warrants for Don Stephen McDougal.
Oh!
At this time, we believe the appropriate arrest warrant is going to be for capital murder in the death of Audrii Cunningham.
Oh!
He is currently still in jail under an unrelated felony charge here. I understand that this is a very difficult time for Audrii's family and for our community. The substantial law enforcement resources that were marshaled by the Sheriff Lyons, I think, should show you that this county and law enforcement, they will come out when they need to protect our children. And the assets that we have been made available to Polk County to protect our children have been substantial. And at this point, as Sheriff Lyons said, he'll continue to collect the evidence and process that. The District Attorney's Office is going to stand right beside them and follow through, and we promise that you can assure that the District Attorney's Office will be just as dedicated to this case as every one of these law enforcement officers that are standing behind you to do what is right for Audrii and bring justice to our community. Thank you. At this time, if you've got some questions, we'll open it up to a few questions.
Any indication of how Audrii was killed?
I cannot speak to that.
At this time right now, we have transported Audrii down to the Harris County Medical Examiner's Office. At that time, we will await their results to be able to determine the cause and method of her death.
But evidence suggests murder.
We believe that there is enough evidence, yes.
Oh
Yes.
my God.
Did Don Stephen McDougal lead you to that location on the river where you found her body? Did he tell you where to find her?
That was evidence that we was collecting through the cell phone analysis, as well as through our videos that we were able to collect, and some of the information that we received from him, we were able to pinpoint and set. There were several points of interest that was turned over to us, so that we were able to develop. And thank goodness, and by the grace of God, one of those places of interest we were able to locate.
As I understand it,
What evidence links McDougal
That's the guy.
to the murder?
That's the guy.
Evidence, and right now, folks, when we start talking about how we linking evidence to McDougal and linking evidence to this case, we want to be very careful on how we do that. I would feel safe to say this, is that there is substantial evidence through the evidence that we've gathered, and some of that evidence was even gathered by the wonderful witnesses and wonderful folks out there in the social media who sent us videos, who sent us pictures. Some of that, even that evidence helped us to be able to come up with these locations, as well as the evidence from cell phones and as videos to pinpoint these locations.
When you tell us the condition of the 11-year-old's body and if she was dressed?
at this point right now, until we get all our information back from the medical examiner's office, we don't want to release any information concerning Audrii and condition of her body.
Can you at least
Sheriff,
tell
would
us
you
if
like
she was
to
found in
get
the
to that
water?
portion of I-59 and the Trinity River? Would you like to get to that area of I-59 and the Trinity River?
That area is one of the first areas of our concern points of interest when we started our search on Friday, well, midday Friday, and again, that's going to be developed from some of the evidence, and then yes, there was some points where he did give information, because there were several places that he said that he had went. So it wasn't a location where he said he took her, but there was a incidents where he said these were locations where he had gone.
Without this evidence that you talk about, would you have been able to find her where you found her? Without the evidence that you just described?
Yes.
You would have found her there?
We would have found her not through him, but we would have found it through the evidence that we collected from the analysis from phones and videos would have. Yes.
Was she visible to the naked eye?
You used a sonar. You used a sonar boat. Texas Equisearch was out with their sonar boat, scanning the bottom of the river for her body. They're the ones that discovered the body. Is that correct? Found the image.
I'm not going to say who exactly or what agency discovered her body today. I will say this, that due to the lowering, we were able to contact TRA, Trinity River Authority. They slowed down the outflow from the reservoir, and it allowed the water to go down, and her body was discovered there in the water. But I'm not going to say whether it was Harris County or Montgomery County or Equisearch. It was a conglomeration of a lot of love and law enforcement networking together to help discover her.
Sources have told us, though, that Stephen McDougal was the one that told you to lower the level of the river. We've been told that he actually told you to lower the water on the river. Is that true?
We talked to TRA on several occasions about lowering it when they got to the point, or they felt they were safe to start lowering the river. We were able to get them to do so. Whether or not Mr. McDougal gave us information on lowering the river or not to be able to locate her, that's information that we do not want to release at this time.
Sheriff, one more question. Sheriff, is there any evidence that the
McDougal told you guys that was one of the locations where
Yep. He did advise that was one of the locations that he had gone. Not that it was saying that she was there or any other location, but we know that he went there as well.
Sheriff, is there a crime? Will you be seeking the death penalty?
Yes.
Until we get all of the evidence and all the autopsy
Death
reports,
penalty.
we're
Do
gonna
it.
have to hold and work with law enforcement.
Sick
to
as
determine
scums like
what is
him.
The best solution to this case.
Is
If
there
the
any
evidence supports that, that is something that we're going to look into.
Is there any evidence she was held somewhere else, or was she killed pretty much the day that she disappeared?
We do not have any evidence at this time that's showing that where she may have been held somewhere else. But again, we are still processing mounds and mounds of information and data. Mr. Bob, last question.
Is there any evidence that there was anything used to keep the body underwater?
That is information at this time that we do not want to release.
Do you have an approximate time frame for when her body
Thank you
was
all very
dumped?
much.
Thank you all for your questions. Thank you all for all that you've done for us to help bring Audrii home.
Sheriff, a message for the community.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Hello there to you folks. JB here with you live on WFLA Now. And we're going to load up some new video here, some aerial video that we have of the area where 11-year-old Audrii Cunningham, this is video that we were just able to cut here in the newsroom, showing you the area of the river, the Trinity River, where the remains of Audrii Cunningham are now confirmed to have been found. If you're just finding out about this story, obviously an extremely tragic story. An 11-year-old girl this past Thursday goes missing. And of course,
everyone hit that like and share button for me. We're covering Audrii Cunningham case. She was missing, and now it turns out she died because he killed her. A predator, her babysitter, the one that takes her to school. This guy, he did it.
Livingston area. But authorities say that she never even made it to the bus. This, of course, set off a frantic chain of events to locate little Audrii, and a lot of the focus has been here on the Trinity River and a particular area of the Trinity River. And police, of course, have been unable to comment up until this now 5 o'clock Eastern press conference that we just had, where authorities were able to step up to the podium and confirm really what had made its way out to the media, that the body of 11-year-old Audrii Cunningham was found upon lowering the water level at the Trinity River location where authorities were focusing so much of their efforts. So let's just, we'll put down that and show you guys this chopper video here. In fact, let's go full screen if we can and show you guys the chopper video so that we can look at this. This is no longer live. This is just some of the highlights of that chopper trip with our sister station flying over this area. And of course, you can see that there is a lot of law enforcement. There was a lot of law
Everybody,
enforcement
I think I got the spot where she was found. I'll show it after. I got the spot where she was found.
Boats being pulled out of the water. You could hear Texas officials say that that Audrii's body, her remains, were not visible from the surface of the water. We know that there, of course, have been search efforts both from a law enforcement standpoint and a volunteer standpoint, using technology to try to scan beneath the surface of the water to try to find any signs of Audrii. And now we have really what is going to amount to an arrest, according to Texas officials. The arrest is going to be of Don Stephen McDougal, 42 years old.
That's him right here.
He, of course, has been a person of interest since relatively early on in this case, as we understand it. They released a photo of his blue, it was really a dark blue 2003 Chevy Suburban, and they believed that it was involved in Cunningham's disappearance. McDougal lived in a camper behind her residence, really a friend of the family, as it's been described. The sheriff, Byron Lyons, said that McDougal, who had been dropping Cunningham off at her bus stop, was the last person to see her alive, which is why, of course, there was so much attention and focus towards McDougal from pretty early on in the investigation.
Course.
McDougal was arrested on Friday night, really the day after Cunningham was last seen, though this was not related to the case, or at least that's what they had stated at the time, that it was on an unrelated aggravated assault charge, and that McDougal would go on to tell authorities that he left the house with Cunningham but wouldn't say anything beyond that. So again, these are some shots from the news helicopter really above Trinity River, and it's just an absolutely tragic story. We do not know how Audrii Cunningham died. You heard one of the reporters there ask whether or not Audrii was held, or
oh my God,
did she die at some point on Thursday into Friday? The exact chronological series of events obviously remains unclear, but so much focus, of course, being paid now to justice. Can't even imagine what family and friends are going through at this time upon learning this news, and really just the amount of heartbreak, I'm sure, in the Houston community, the really greater Houston area, as we're looking here at some of the activity focused on the Trinity River.
Unbelievable. Everybody hit that share button for me, Facebook.
Let's see here. I have a photo that I'm going to try to bring up here on screen. It's the photo that was released by authorities that show McDougal. We'll see if I can bring that up.
What do you guys think? Should he life in prison?
Here's Audrii.
Or the death penalty?
11 years old. This is the photo that we've seen a lot on
this
social
poor
media.
Little girl.
And
that's the guy right there. That's him.
Is the person who, according to authorities, will be facing charges in her death. That is.
I have a better
McDougal.
picture of him right here.
I'll release here what they had put out at the time. And they say investigators continue to actively follow leads and have identified 42-year-old Don Stephen McDougal of Livingston as one of the persons of interest involved in the disappearance of 11-year-old Audrii Cunningham. McDougal was arrested Friday by the Polk County Sheriff's Office on an unrelated charge of aggravated assault. Investigators believe that a dark blue 2003 Chevrolet Suburban belonging to McDougal was involved in the disappearance and is asking for the public's help in reporting any sightings of that vehicle near the Lake Livingston Dam. This investigation remains active and ongoing. If you have any information related to the disappearance, and then, of course, it says contact the Polk County Sheriff's Office. This, of course, being Polk County in Texas, again, about 60 miles northeast of Houston. They were offering a $7,000 reward at the time for information relating to the arrest and prosecution of the person responsible for Audrii Cunningham's disappearance, and now not just disappearance, but now, as we know, her death. But again, exactly why a friend of the family who was entrusted with dropping her off and really making sure that she got to school safely, making sure that she got to the bus stop, what transpired and what changed, and of course, there's so many questions that exist. Again, McDougal was living in a camper on the property, as we understand it. And these are, again, details that I've been reading up on, really just from the outside looking in, trying to get just trying to wrap my brain around this story, obviously, because there's so much that we just don't know about what happened to little Audrii here. I'll do my very best, if I can, to answer as many questions or bring up as many questions as I can out of the comment section. Let's load that up now. You can use hashtag HeyJB if you're trying to get my attention on Facebook Live, on YouTube Live. Let's get YouTube chat loaded up.
All right, guys. So far, they have enough evidence
now I have
to
that
conclude that
in.
Don Stephen McDougal is responsible for her death. This is the 11-year-old girl who went missing on February 15th on Thursday.
See, now
they don't know exactly how she died just yet, but they have enough evidence to say that she was murdered. And this pedophilia, disgusting man, I believe he has prior charges for that. If I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm mistaken, chat. Let me know.
We are really in the heart of news time.
He was the last person to drop her off. Not even his kid.
McDougal, there's a lot of confusion. I already see a lot of comments coming in. McDougal was arrested on Friday on an unrelated charge of aggravated assault.
They got lucky.
He remains in custody. Now, sources told area television stations or newspapers, I wasn't sure which outlet it was, but you heard some of the questions that were asked during the press conference where they, one of the reporters said that there were sources indicating that McDougal was the one who offered the suggestion of lowering the water in the river from the reservoir to be able to get to the body of Audrii Cunningham. And again, I haven't read any details yet as to what the dynamic is like with McDougal and whether or not there is what kind of legal advice, what kind of counsel he's receiving while in lockup in Polk County. But yeah, and I'm seeing a lot of comments here on social media, a lot of comments in our comment section. People just, wanting to know more about trusting your child to somebody who, again, would be responsible for her disappearance and death, according to authorities.
Unbelievable.
And I do this with a lot of live streams, but I there's a lot of finger pointing that goes on in the aftermath of breaking news like this. And again, there's still a lot that we do not know about this story and about what transpired on Thursday and Friday. They haven't even formally arrested McDougal yet. I understand that it's pretty much a formality at this point, them actually going through with the arrest and charges being filed in the pursuit of justice for Audrii Cunningham. However, just again, be mindful that where everyone is still, this is news that is still sinking in. And so exactly, we don't know what McDougal told authorities, trying to figure it out. Okay, if you use hashtag HeyJB, we can, of course, animate your comments on screen. And we'll be doing this over the coming days as well with additional live streams. I'll be doing a live stream tomorrow as well. And again, yeah, for those of you new to the program, if you use that hashtag, we're able to pluck your comment out of the comment section and put it up here on screen. Monkey Mar says, do you know how long the monster lived on the property? And again, that's the words of one of our commenters. I didn't see that detail, exactly how long it was, but that's of course going to create. I mean, was it years? Was it months? Was it years?
It blows my mind.
Yeah, not entirely.
How this is your child.
Video here again.
This is your child.
Area where
And you let not only this man lived in the property, but you let him take her to school.
Trinity River.
There had to have been prior red flags. There had to have been.
All right.
An 11-year-old small girl, 4 feet, 75 pounds. This guy is big. I don't even want to think about what he did. I can't even imagine.
It says hashtag Hey JB, prayers for the family, prayers for the princess. Yeah, no. It's very, what we see a lot with cases like this is that the social media reaction so often just goes to how could this happen? Who could do this? How would somebody do this to an 11-year-old girl? When really it's, we don't see as many comments like this one from Cliff, again, pointing to the fact that this is a family right now that is their worst nightmare has come to life. I mean, really, for a parent to lose their child for an extended period of time, even minutes can feel like an eternity. This has been days, really almost the entirety of the last week. What, 5 days? It's Tuesday. Yeah. So really the entirety of the weekend, not having any idea as to where Audrii was. The family oftentimes we've seen it in so many cases before. The family gets forgotten about really in the aftermath of news like this because so many people just want there to be answers and justice. To AS Russell 96, does he have any prior history as a sex predator? I have not seen anything in regards to that. I'm trying to find reporters trying to find people that have been following this case and really know.
Southern Gal, where did you hear this from? Where did you hear this information from?
The reports that are really.
There is a text message proof that the mom was scheming with Don to bring that baby to her for a meetup.
When it comes to local
so then why was she deceased then?
This is the Houston market.
Sue, thank you so much for the stars, Sue, and Becky O'Dale. Thank you, Sue. I hope he gets the death penalty.
According to our
right
newsroom
on.
passing this along to me, McDougal was accused of attempting to engage in sexual contact with a girl under the age of 17 back in 2007.
Yep.
Okay, so this is coming from
Monica. Thank you so much for the 500 stars, Monica.
KPRC.
Thank you, K. Cole. I got his information right here. Everybody hit that like button, hit that share button. This is ridiculous, man. Oh my gosh. Tag one person on Facebook, guys. They found Audrii Cunningham, the girl that went missing.
You know what? No, I'm done with Microsoft Edge.
Bro, you should have been done with that. You got to use Chrome.
Yeah. No, that's okay. Here we go. The body of missing 11-year-old girl, Audrii Cunningham, the Livingston girl at the center of an Amber Alert, has been found, located in Trinity River on Tuesday, according to KPRC2 sources and a family friend of the girl. This is coming from click2houston.com. In March 2007, McDougal allegedly attempted to engage in sexual contact with a girl under the age of 17. According to a grand jury indictment, McDougal removed another female from the bed where the victim was sleeping before he got in the bed with the victim and, quote, well, what is in parentheses as, pulled her pajama bottoms and panties down, end quote.
Oh, Jesus
Brazoria County grand
Christ.
jury indicted him in July of 2007. His bond was set at $25,000 at the time. Charges in the case of Audrey's disappearance have not yet been filed. Yeah, so that, of course, is disturbing. The sheriff saying that McDougal was a friend of the family, friend of the father. He was allowed to live there in a trailer behind the house.
Behind the property. Correct.
Whether I don't see anything here in this Click to Houston report, again, coming from KPRC.
He wasn't registered. He wasn't a registered
They're an NBC
offender?
sister station in Houston. It doesn't make it clear as to whether or not the Cunningham family was aware of that 2007 incident.
Okay, right here in 1999, April 18th, his charges were speeding 6 to 8 miles
You'd
over.
have to imagine that.
And this charge, hold on.
You wouldn't. Not too many people out there would want their child being dropped off to school by somebody who faced such an accusation, even if it was nearly 20 years ago.
Assault causes bodily injured family.
Yeah.
So he was a very aggressive person.
I mean, it goes without saying, right? If you knew that your friend, even an accusation now, attempted to engage in sexual contact with a minor, and that there were details such as removing a female from a bed where the victim was sleeping, and before that he got in the bed and victim and pulled her pajama bottoms and panties down. Again, that's from the grand jury indictment. That's that would disqualify most people from being able to look after a kid and drop that kid off at school.
Exactly.
Now, what the Cunningham family knew, I don't see in this report. But obviously it's deeply disturbing. All right, let's move on to the next comment.
McDougal stabbed a man 3 times.
Hashtag KJB from Marty McFries.
He was enticing a child?
Crime deserves the death penalty. That's really not for me to... we get this question so often. And we get it so often when it comes to crimes against children. Because... And I'm very aware that we have an international audience that watches us here on live stream, right? We have people that watch us from Europe, from Asia, from Africa, people that watch us from around the world, from different countries, many countries where the death penalty is frowned upon. But the death penalty in this country, to be clear, in some states it is allowed. Texas is one of those states. Florida is another one of those states. I have worked as a reporter in states that do and do not have the death penalty. And the death penalty is most commonly brought up in my experience as doing what I do on social media. The death penalty is most commonly brought up in cases surrounding kids, because anyone who would inflict harm or worse, death upon a child, you automatically think that that there are few crimes that get worse than that. Doing something to a child or claiming a child's life.
Yeah, but how could you let...
It's not, and again, I say this all the time on stream. It's not that the purpose of our interaction on live stream isn't for me to answer a question like this. You're absolutely able to ask this question of other, but it is my responsibility as an interactive journalist to tell you that this case, even though it looks and it might feel to be slam door shut, they haven't even finished the paperwork on the arrest warrant yet.
We know it's not closed.
As it was clear in the press conference, that they have yet to proceed with a formal arrest of McDougal. So to say that that this crime deserves the death penalty. Look, Audrii Cunningham, her story, you would hope, will get told in time. And then this question will be able to be more answered with more of a sense of responsibility than we can answer it now. But this just goes to show, I'm putting this up on screen simply because so many people feel as if you're committing a crime against a child, it deserves a capital punishment.
Where's the mother in all this? I want to know what she has to say about this. The father, I can't imagine how the father did not know.
So
how the father could have not known that.
None of us do background checks on friends. Sheriff stated, no, the family did not know. It happened in another county. Yeah, I might have missed that from the press conference. We were still getting live in a lot of different places.
The family did not know? How?
So
how?
It's true. I don't do background checks on my friends. But at the same time, I don't have a lot of friends. So it's one of those situations where, do you really know? Ask yourself this question, parents out there. Do you really know who you're trusting your child with? Do you really know? You think you know.
Right.
But do you really know?
Right. Right.
Also, too, this applies as well to play dates and sleepovers. Your kid comes home and makes a best friend, and you're so excited because your child has just made a friend at school that you think could be maybe a friend for life, just because of how famously they get along. You meet their parents, this child's parents, and you're saying, all right, we're going to arrange a play date. But how much do you really know about the parents? This happens every single day. Now, this is a different dynamic than the hypothetical I was just stating. This is a man who was living on a camper on the family property. That's a whole other level of trust. To live in a camper right near you like that. Rebuke wants to know, did the suspect lead them to the body? That has been what has been insinuated by local media through sources close to the investigation, but
to answer that question, as the gentleman that was in the conference said no.
AJB just wondering if they have a GoFundMe page started for her, or really would be for the family. And yeah,
there is no information yet on any specific details. Guys, this just happened. I know people want to know, how was she found? They're not releasing anything in those details to the public just yet because it's still open investigation. But let me tell you something. They got this guy on different charges. He so happened because he had a warrant out. If he did not have that while he's in their custody, this guy would have fled. He would have fled. They are lucky they had him in his custody and then they found her. That is completely, you lucked out right there. There are people who know, hey, if I did it, I'm out. I'm running. I'm gone.
When it comes to
he must have knew, like, damn, I am Fucked. They had him already on a different separate charge. That is crazy.
Friend of the program says my friends and I do background checks to each other.
That is lucky on PD's part. I'm going to tell you again, that is lucky that he had that warrant.
Get together if you're around friends.
This is crazy. And now the father has to live with this because your friend, whatever he did to her, guys, we don't know what he did to this poor little girl. We don't.
Sit around and do background.
Do I really want to know?
I guess. What do you mean?
Do I really want to know?
Googles each other.
It's fucked up.
Somebody had had a criminal history and they were at this party, they might look for the door pretty quickly as to not have their sketchy past uncovered. Yeah, this is tragic, man. Eleven years old. And we haven't even talked about motive.
They didn't.
But would any motive make sense? No, probably not.
I mean, it kind of would, because we can identify the reason of her death. Why did he do it?
William says my prayer to her. And
What
her
kind of
family.
intentions did he have? Did he have predatory
He wants to know
intentions?
how long she had been missing. She'd been missing.
Did he have
since Thursday.
a
She didn't make it to
psychological
school.
episode? Is
Supposed to
he
get
just a
dropped off to
villain?
the bus stop.
Is he mentally disabled to the point where
all day Thursday,
he is just
Friday,
violent?
Saturday, Sunday,
There are many factors of him doing this.
Monday. and now
What do you
Tuesday.
believe? Why did he do this?
Day
In your
6.
opinion. Yes, we are speculating, but it is an
Right,
opinion
1, 2,
in your
3,
theory.
4, 5,
Why
6.
did he do this to an 11-year-old girl? She didn't even make it to the bus
Yes,
stop?
Isabella, was it someone she knew personally? Yeah.
What?
This was a routine for the family, as we understand.
What?
There are some questions as to. She looks. I see your question, and it's just too early in this case for me to even put that up on screen. because,
Unbelievable.
There's a. Yeah, we don't know. We don't know.
I have the images, guys. Hold on.
Way too early.
Let me see. Somebody sent it to me on Discord. There it is. So this is where they found her. Again, nothing's graphic. I'm not breaking no YouTube policies,
wrapping
Facebook,
up
so
the live
YouTube,
stream here
please.
soon.
I'm not. This is where they discovered her.
For those of you who
Shout out to
who
whoever
follow
sent
the
that on
channel,
Discord.
For those of you, I'm sorry, I'm reading some details. For those of you who follow the channel, we are going to be back live tomorrow. I believe the time is noon. You can follow me on Twitter, on Instagram, for where I put out updates. People have been asking for. I follow the Gabby Petito case quite a bit, and quite a lot, and there's been just an absolute massive truckload of documents that have dumped in that case in the last week, where that case now, we have so many more answers than we did really a week, 2 weeks ago. I mean, the amount of documents that have been coming out in that case with sworn testimony, or really sworn depositions that have shed light on some questions that have gone unanswered for years. The plan is for us to stream tomorrow around noon. I think that's the plan. And answer as many questions as we can on that story, given that a civil trial, the Gabby Petito trial, would be happening in just 3 months, really less than 3 months from now, right here in Florida. So,
If you're just tuning in right now,
so that's tomorrow.
we're talking about the Audrii Cunningham case, where an 11-year-old girl went missing. She went missing, and no one knows why. They say last seen at a bus stop, but it turns out that poor little Audrii was close by at that bus stop, found in a river in Texas, the Trinity River. Her body was discovered because of the water that was lower down, and there seems to be evidence that her father's friend, Don Stephen McDougal, you see right here in this disgusting individual you see right here, he so happened to murdered her And there is enough evidence that the police and PD states that there's enough to actually charge him. There's enough to actually say that he did this. They don't know how just yet, but they know that it is, their evidence is there. You can visibly see whatever they see, that someone has done this, and they believe that he is tied to this. And Audrii is the 11-year-old girl that I'm going to show you right here. This poor little child, man. You know, there's a special place in hell for people who can do such acts on an innocent child. She is only 4 foot, 75 pounds. That's tiny. Tiny. An average male is what, 5'9"? Shit, I'm almost 6 feet. This guy is like around my height or something like that. And 4 foot is, that's too much power for this man to have, to put in place, to have this individual, this sweet child in his hands. Just to even think about if he done anything to her, I can't even, it grosses me out. It's just disgusting. His history is disgusting. He's violent. He's a predator, literally a predator, pulling down this and minors' undergarments. I don't want to say certain words. How is he? And you know, let me tell you something, and I'm going to be serious here. I'm going to say this. I'm going to know who my child is with. I'm going to know. If I'm going to have someone take my child to school, of course I want to know who's going to take my child to school. Regardless if they're my friend, I might know you from my childhood, but you think I'm not going to look into it? Yes, I'm leaving a small child. Yo.
Have a very
I'm getting
strict
pissed.
set of guidelines, or not even guidelines really, but we have a way of going about things to vet the information before we report it. But when it comes to online sleuthing, you don't have to. If you find something, you just retweet it or you post it, and you say, "Look at this, look at that," and then of course that's where speculation enters the picture, and the more speculation that enters in to the picture, the more that you have a lack of credible information at the center of your fact-finding mission. So the reason I bring this up is because I'm already seeing a number of, oh, look at this, look at that, and even links being shared, people to, in connection with this story. Again, as a reminder, really, I'm going to tell you exactly how I'm going to proceed with this story. I'm going to be really paying attention to Houston media and trying to find some of the reporters in Houston that have really been paying attention to this case since Thursday, and unearthing some of the most credible information in the case thus far. And so I encourage you as a news consumer, the news audience at large, to do the same. Try to find reporters in Houston that have really been.
Somebody, let me go to read the comments. Let's see. This is just ridiculous. This poor little girl, a grown ass man, a grown man could put his hands, I don't know what, I can't even think about it. Sarah M. of YouTube says, I emailed the PD your parade stream from last night. They wanted me to send it to the FBI, so I did great. Oh shit, thank you, Sarah. You send my stream to the FBI? Appreciate that very much. I appreciate that very, 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 very much. We're talking about the Audrii case, and they found her body. So messed up, man. They found this poor little girl's body. It must have been something a little vile. And let me tell you why. They found her body. Immediately, I said it was murder. It was a homicide. Immediately, they said this. Immediately. There must have been something on the scene something on that scene that they found that they were like, someone did this. Someone murdered this child. I don't know what they found because obviously they don't release nothing to the public. But they were very quick to make that press conference. They did it amicably. Whatever that was found, whatever that man did to this little girl, whatever it's messed up, man.
That remains to be seen. Remains to be seen. Folks, that's going to wrap it up for me here on the live stream. As a reminder, we are going to be, let's see here. We are going to be streaming tomorrow around noon. That's the plan, barring any breaking news, of course, happening. We are going to be streaming here in the Stream Center with the latest on. We have combed through more than 1,000 pages.
I got some more videos, guys. Let's continue. I'm not done with this case just yet.
Of 11-year-old Audrii, who has been missing for many, many days. Audrii Cunningham. They said that apparently some cell phone evidence, they had tracked where his cell phone had been pinging and had checked all locations where his cell phone had pinged and on the day that Audrii disappeared, which led them to this location in the Trinity River near Highway 59, where he said they discovered her body. I want to go right now to correspondent Stephanie Haynes, News Nation's Stephanie Haynes, who's been there all day long. And Stephanie, you were actually in the area where they found Audrii's body. You said they suddenly shooed you all off and said this has become a crime scene. What did they tell you?
Exactly, Elizabeth. It was very sudden. And as a reporter, that sometimes happens.
Guys, this is brand new, by the way. This video was just released 5 minutes ago. We're about to find out more information on the crime scene. Do me a big favor. We're talking about the Audrii Cunningham case. 11-year-old girl, randomly missing. Last person that was with her was her dad's friend, a guy living behind her property in a mobile home. His name is Don Stevens McDougal. And it's a messed up story because he is a violent person. He has bad history. And he's a predator, from what we know, from what we understand. He's a predator. And I don't know what he did to her. I don't want to know just yet if I'm even ready for that. But we know so far that imagination could only go so far, especially for what evidence that is told to us that they collected that is told to us audience, all right? So this is a brand new video right here. Somebody was actually on the scene. Let's see if we can get any new information right now. Do me a favor, Facebook. We have 72 shares. All we need is 30 more. Hit the like button. YouTube is popping off. We need 100 more likes, YouTube, great job. Hit the like, hit the share. Let's continue. We're talking about Audrii Cunningham. She was actually found. Police believe that his car has something to do with it. So we're connecting the puzzles of actually the events that took place. The events that actually took place. We're connecting the puzzle now. Something to do with his car. She actually never went to the bus stop. Found in the Trinity River. Let's connect these pieces to understand what could have happened. Let's continue.
Audrii's body. You said they suddenly shooed you all off and said this has become a crime scene. What did they tell you?
Exactly, Elizabeth. It was very sudden. And as a reporter, that sometimes happens when you're reporting on these types of situations. You know, we were just gathering.
Everybody in the Discord, please make sure you are putting links in the correct channels. If it's something about a specific case, put it in that case that is in the channel in Discord correctly. Okay?
By the river. This is where law enforcement had been staged for days, just with their trucks and boats ready to search that area. And so we had our cameras set up. All of a sudden, we had law enforcement officers say, you got to get back. This is now a crime scene. They put up the tape, the yellow tape around the whole bridge that goes over the river. And then I saw them put up the red critical incident tape just sort of over the railroad tracks where that also crossed the river right next to the overpass. And so that kind of was a worrisome sight to see that that critical incident tape was going up, Elizabeth.
And what can you tell us about this man who's now been charged with this crime? Don Stephen McDougal. He was held as a person of interest. He was a friend of the father and apparently living in a trailer behind the family home.
Yeah, absolutely right. You know, we just heard from the district attorney. They're saying that they are preparing that arrest.
That's him, by the way. I'm telling you right now, this man is lucky. This man is lucky. Excuse me. Because let me tell you something. He's lucky and unlucky. You're lucky, Don, because the outside world would have messed you up. People would have hunted for you. They would have, trust me. You're on the run. You on the run. Some people would have, trust me. But now you're unlucky because cops already had you in jail for unrelated charge. That's unlucky. And now you about to go to jail where there's people in Texas that's going to shove it up your butt. You're done. You're done. You're done. You're done. You wrecked an 11-year-old child. Whatever you did is disgusting. I don't want to know what you did. I get, like, it's just a chill vomit. Whatever he did, if people in public are not going to get him, in jail, they're going to get him. Trust me on that.
Arrest warrant for capital murder for McDougal. You know, not his first time running with the law. We've looked at his criminal history just based on the state of Texas. Dozens of run-ins with police there. He had a former child enticement conviction from 2007. And yeah, he, according to the sheriff, was this family friend living on the property and seemingly had a good rapport with the family. It sounds to us like the sheriff said that this McDougal man, who is now a suspect, who's been a longtime person of interest, would even walk her to the bus stop and take her to school sometimes. So that is sort of what we know about his relationship. He's sitting in the jail right now on an unrelated charge. But again, they're preparing that capital murder warrant for him as we speak.
Thanks so much for...
So this guy always takes her to the... You know what it sounds like? It sounds like this guy had a specific agenda, a specific plan. Janice with the 100 stars. Thank you so much. Whoever sent stars on Facebook, a lot of star senders on Facebook. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. It sounds like this guy was like, okay, let me keep taking her to school. Let me take her to school this day. I'm going to take her again. I'm going to offer it. I'll tell the father I become he's friends. It's not like he noticed that his friend had a daughter, a small daughter. We don't know what he did, what he actually did to her in the past. He probably did something else. But on this day, something to do with his car, he acted as like, this is the day that I'm actually going to do something. Whatever he did, I cannot for a fact and say that he did something. Maybe he had a desire to kill her. Maybe he had a desire of something in a grooming aspect. Disgusting. It just sounds like if he did this multiple times, why are you think as a man like this is just doing it from the bottom of it? He's just a caring guy. Like, hey, I'm going to take her to school because I love doing this. What are you talking about? But now that we know she never made it to the bus stop, where did you take her, Don? Don, what did you do? Where did you take her? Where did you commit this disgusting act? An 11-year-old, tiny girl. She's not a woman. She's not an adult. She's not even a young adult. She's a child. She's helpless. She doesn't have the strength, the knowledge. She doesn't have that thought of, oh, he might do something. No, because you kept taking her to school. She trusted you. She trusted you, man. Because you took her to school. This little girl gave you a trust. She was like, okay, Okay, I'm going to go with you. She trusted you, you friggin' coward. She didn't have any idea what you was going to do to her. She didn't know this. She trusted you. It's disgusting. And you disappointed. You disappointed her. You disappointed the public. Her grandmother.
State of Missouri.
It's just disgusting. It's disgusting. I'm just a loss for words. I really am.
Exactly, Elizabeth. It was very sudden. And as a reporter, that sometimes happens when you're reporting on these types of situations. You know, we were just gathering video by the river. This is where law enforcement had been staged for days, just with their trucks and boats ready to search that area. And so we had our cameras set up. All of a sudden, we had law enforcement officers say, you got to get back. This is now a crime scene. They put up the tape, the yellow tape around the whole bridge that goes over the river. And then I saw them put up the red critical incident tape just sort of over the railroad tracks where that also crossed the river right next to the overpass. And so that kind of was a worrisome sight to see that that critical incident tape was going up, Elizabeth.
And what can you tell us about this man who's now been charged with this crime? Don Stephen McDougal. He was held as a person of interest. He was a friend of the father and apparently living in a trailer behind the family home.
We have a press conference.
Yeah, absolutely right. You know, we just heard from the district
conference. Let's head right out there live now to get some more details.
Over her missing, your help has been immensely appreciated. It has been great. I want to thank again everyone who has been engaged in the efforts to find Audrii, from the investigators to the volunteers who have spent countless hours.
Following throughout this investigation, Don Stephen McDougal.
Don McDougal is currently actually being prepared, and capital murder will be the charge. He is currently in jail on an unrelated charge. These are some photo images right there. He is a man that is not new to law enforcement. He has had several run-ins with law enforcement throughout his history. We also found out here today that Audrii's body is currently over at the Harris County Medical Examiner's office. At this point, they're going to try to determine the exact cause of death. That was something that was not made clear. Obviously here, once we get the probable cause affidavit and we get some more details really ironed out on paper from the DA's office, again, those documents are still being prepared, but once it's on paper, we will have more information from that standpoint as well. Again, capital murder is the charge. The sheriff also spoke about the cell phone analysis because a lot of people were trying to figure out exactly the timeline. How did this play out? How did this little girl, who so many people thought or at least last thing we knew, she was going to be walking to school to hopefully get on the bus. But our Abigail Dye earlier in the week spoke to a neighbor who said every single day she sees Audrii walking to that bus stop. And that day, Thursday morning, she did not see Audrii. And that's some of the concern. This video here, for example, we also uncovered on Friday. That is McDougal right there speaking to law enforcement shortly before he was taken into custody on that unrelated charge.
So this is the video. He did it the day after. This is him. We're looking at the video. He actually did it the day after. Sue Braj with the 210 star and 100 stars. I hope he gets the death penalty. How could he do this? It's sickening. Sue, I have no idea. And you are absolutely correct, Sue. Thank you. At Cheyenne Taylor with 1,000. Jesus, Cheyenne. She says she went missing on February 15th. I hate to say it, but she's his Valentine? I'm so sick with this whole story. You know what? Maybe, I don't know. I don't know if the way to put it like that, but maybe he felt some type of way. That is a coincidence that it is the day right after Valentine, but not the day of Valentine. That was Wednesday. But this is the day. You're looking at the day. This was right after. This is the image of what we got from him right after 24 hours. Less, I would assume less. You sick mother. Someone sent me the text messages. What's your name? Spookiness95 on Discord sent me text messages of the incident of what happened between the mother and him when exchanging in conversation. We're gonna look at that. We're gonna look at that.
But again, cell phone analysis, videos from the public also contributed to them putting together some locations, not to mention Don himself. I don't want to say he was totally cooperating with law enforcement, but I can certainly say that he gave them certain points of interest. And that, again, contributed to them being able to find this little girl here today. One last thing here I want to mention. The Trinity River Authority, the sheriff mentioned that they were able to work with them to reduce the flow of the water in the river. And once that water was lower, they were able to locate Audrii Cunningham, 11-year-old body. Sad news here, but we're going to continue to follow this here. We just wanted to break in, bring you guys up to speed. We'll have more on this here coming up for you on your newscast at 5 p.m.
Lexi Petrovich now on the desk here. I'll be taking you through more of these top headlines over the next couple of hours. We're going to send you out to our first commercial break. We still have much more in store for you. We'll be right back.
So this is the place, right, that they found him.
Attorney, they're saying that they are.
Wait, this is where they found her. So it must have been below, because they said that it was the same boats that checked the sonar in the river. So it must have been like literally right around the edge, because the water drew back. The water, news just said that they go in for murder. Yes, Kim. Yes, they are. Yes, we heard it in the interview. Okay, I'm gonna open up Discord and let me see this text message. Let me see this. Okay, what is this? The mom's messages from him. Okay. Morning, good morning. Hope I hear from her this morning, and please let her know if she changed her mind. That is perfectly okay to understand. Don't want her feeling pressured. She's ready. Please let me know. You have a good day, man. Yes, ma'am. Have you seen Audrii? I dropped her off at the bus and she didn't get on. She didn't get on. How did you know she didn't get on? I dropped off. She didn't and hasn't gone home. Whoa. Wait, this is out of order. Wait, this is completely out of order. Hold on. Wait a minute. Wait, this is out of order. Hold on real quick. She said, oh, I see. Wait. She's not the only one made me feel terrified. Only things like this and sad because she is my daughter and I'm her mother. We should be happy and excited to get to see each other. Don't you see anything wrong with that, man? Like, please understand. But yes, I want to see her. Yes, I want to talk to her. Answer any questions. She has truthfully, no matter how much it may hurt me, she deserves to know the truth on my end and also how much I do love her, because at this point, she's got to be questioning if I do. Oh, I see nothing wrong with it, and I'm trying to fix what I see wrong. You're not a bad person, and she deserves a chance. So this is Don Stephen McDougal talking to the mother of Audrii. This is out of order. Where's the one where she's like, "Where's my fucking daughter?" I saw that text message. I want to mirror her, but this come back at me better. Okay, here it is. I can lose her forever, and I would kill you, then kill my. What the hell? It would not, as long as no one says anything, but it being set up, no one wouldn't. She won't say anything to them. Wait, what? Wait a minute. What's going on here? Hold on. Wait a minute. What the hell is going on? What is going on here? Wait a minute. Damn, this needs to be in order. Thursday. This is Thursday. I just think the way you came about that was extremely inappropriate and was disrespectful to not only Justin, but me as well. Okay, something is a little weird here. Something is a little weird. She asked me yesterday going to school. I'm surprised she thought about me. She's scared to see me because of their reaction. I mean, didn't you say they kept her inside for a month after I seen her that day at Justin's mom's? She does all the time. Yes, exactly. She is still not allowed outside by herself in the evening. They told her that you are in the woods. She is confused about the situation. Guys, this is not a place to comment, okay? Do not comment in here. In these channels, don't comment. These are links only. Links only. Wait a minute. Okay. This sounds like this. Okay. Guys, I know it's a little out of order and I'm trying to like put this in order and it's difficult. Thursday at 6:31 a.m. Thursday, she went, wait, this was the morning. Okay, this is the morning text. Here's the suspicion. Here's the suspicion part. I see the suspicion here. Let me blow this up for you. Everyone, look at this. Stephen McDougal, right? That's him on the left. This is the mother. The mother, okay. On Thursday at 12:28 a.m., she's still alive. She's still alive, everyone. Pay attention. Pay attention. I do love her, and I pray this is no setup for more bad things to come to me. But wait, what? In the morning, before he took her to school, good morning. Hope I hear from her this morning. And please let her know that if she changed her mind, that is perfectly okay too. And I understand. He didn't respond. He didn't look at the time. Now, this is what kids get out of school. She knew to text him out of school. So I know it's not going to be a thing today. She's ready. Please let me know. This is crazy. 11:33. Wait. Your daughter. Wait, what? They asking for trouble and set me up for failure. Not at all. I did not. Okay, I did not in any way need to be set up to lose my child even more. The blue is mom. No, yes, I know. I know, Melanie. I'm your daughter's favorite person, and she will not tell. I'm your daughter's favorite person. She wants to meet you. I told you I am on your team. I will do what I can. I want to meet her too, but if that's to come back in a bad way, I can lose her forever, and I would kill you then myself, man. Whoa. That's. There is text messages. Okay, there are text messages missing here. There's text messages missing. Wait, what the fuck is this? Like I said, I told him I talked to you, but it makes me sick to my stomach. They think that's okay. She has an innocent, fragile child mind, and them warping it with chaos is not right, man. Well, don't, but I might take you out to the dock to fish and accidentally pull up with her to fish. The one by their house? Really, anywhere. That's asking for trouble and setting me up for failure. Okay, this sounds like the mother who lost custody, can't see her child or whatever. It looks like Dawn is trying to take the child and it placed by accident where it so happens the mother is to be there. And now she's able to see her mother without the father knowing. Your baby has been asking about you. She is so confused about the situation, but I told her that you are not hiding in the woods. Could be something a little more deeper into this, guys. You know, I don't throw that around. I don't throw that around. I don't. But reading these messages, it seems that there's something, could be something else. It could be. And he could be that variable. Dawn could be that variable. But Dawn, okay, the only suspicious thing here is that he responds to her immediately. But on that morning, on Thursday, he didn't respond to her. He didn't. He didn't respond to her. Thursday, 6:31 a.m. She wrote to him saying morning. He responded immediately, good morning. She said, I hope I get to see her. He didn't respond. I'm missing a part of that message of his response. I need to see what he said. I don't have that message. Yeah, these text messages are not. Des, yes, Des. That's how I feel, Des. That's how I feel. Something is missing here. I'm missing something. So I'm missing something when it's coming to this case. God, I wish I was in Texas. Chat, what did they find at that scene? What did they find at the scene? Oh, there's another update. Hold on.
And welcome to Washington. I'm John Roberts.
There's another video. Just came out 3 minutes ago. Everybody hit that like button, hit that share button. Hit the like, hit the share. YouTube, we have 500 people watching. Only 264 likes. YouTube, can we please get this to 300 likes? Facebook, hit that share button. I would appreciate that. Let's see what this is about.
It's in for Brett Baer. And breaking tonight, new information on the 11-year-old girl missing since leaving home to catch a school bus last Thursday in East Texas. Chief Correspondent Jonathan Hunt has got the latest for us this evening. Jonathan, unfortunately, it's bad news.
Yeah, good evening, John. 24 hours after saying he still hoped Audrii Cunningham would be found alive, it fell to Sheriff Byron Lyons to deliver heartbreaking news late this afternoon.
I sadly announced that Audrii's body was located at the Trinity River on the U.S. Highway 59. My heart aches with this news, and I express with my deepest sympathies and condolences to everyone who knew, who cared for, and loved Audrii.
Police have been questioning 42-year-old Don Stephen McDougal as a person of interest in Audrii's disappearance. McDougal has a long criminal record and lives in a camper van behind the home where Audrii lived with her father, about an hour north of Houston. Police say McDougal admitted he left the property with Audrii to take her to her school bus stop just before 7 a.m. last Thursday, something he apparently had done on several previous occasions. Audrii never got on the bus and never made it to school. McDougal officials say will now be charged with murder.
6:31 a.m. She texted you. You responded immediately. It's looking like you did something between 6:31 a.m. and 7 a.m. because she never made it to the bus stop. You did something between those two times because she leaves prior to 7 a.m. Something. You didn't respond. I need the text message after. The father and the grandmother said this. Look, I want guys to look at Starry Night's comment. She's been posting a lot of good comments today. How can the grandmother and the father say this? Such a terrible thing to say. Doesn't matter if they're trying to help. That's not helping. In this case, it definitely did not. And let me tell you why. You might think so, but it's not. Because this little girl thought that her mother was going to take it away to the woods or something, but it was a guy. Found her body. How did her body get all the way down here? Answer the question. How? Now, that means that by that comment, if that's true, which it is, because we read it, she put more faith in his hands just to be harmed. What the hell did you do to this child? What did you do to her? Why would you do that to her? What in the world did you do to her? This is strange.
Based on all of the evidence that law enforcement has collected, they are in the process of preparing the appropriate arrest warrants for Don Stephen McDougal. At this time, we believe the appropriate arrest warrant is going to be for capital murder in the death of Audrii Cunningham.
And the district attorney says that if the evidence in this case supports it, prosecutors will seek the death penalty. John?
Jonathan Hunt with the latest on that sad tale. Jonathan, thank you.
All right, guys. There seems to be something more missing on this case. I'm still gonna talk about this. Cheyenne Taylor with the 100 stars. Actually, Facebook, let me, from now on, if I miss something, I'm going to post your stars up again so it could be more bigger because I need to get, Facebook needs to be more involved. I know YouTube is always sending super chats. So Facebook, we know what we're going to do. We're going to increase this for Facebook. Put it out there. There it is. Do we know what time her parent last saw her? Father's always out, but he was the last one with her. He picks her up. I'm assuming that the grandmother took, she got dressed. I want to know, does he have permission just to go in the house? Does he go in the house? How is the relationship really is? Like, does he just go in and take her? That's more information that I need to know. You might have the next message scroll down with the arrow. Karen, that's a picture. That's not a Karen, this is not a Karen, this is not a this is not, Karen, these are pictures here. These are pictures. You can't scroll down from pictures. The arrow was screenshotted inside. Let me see. Ah, Steven. Okay, here it is. Ah, here it is. Spookiness. Very good job. Spookiness. Spookiness. Very good job. There it is. Okay, chat. We got it. Chat. Good job, Spookiness. Good job. Have you seen... And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. There it is. This man ignored her from the time when he drops her off from when she gets out. Look at that. That's suspicious as hell. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at those timestamps. (6:31 a.m., 3:19 p.m., and then, hey, have you seen Audrey? I dropped her off at the bus and she didn't get home and hasn't gotten home at 6:46 p.m. Wow. 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 No, Steven, where the fuck is, please, Spooky, if you have that as well, I want that message right at the bottom. Ooh, wait. What is this? What is this? Wait, what is this? What is this? He's trying to play dumb. Exactly, Starry Night. Exactly. A grand jury for the county, Brazoria, state of Texas, duly selected, impaneled, sworn, charged, and organized as such as the criminal said that upon their oaths presented in and two said on the court that Don Stephen McDougal, here and after style defendant or on or about the 31st day of March 2007 and being presented an indictment. Okay, let me see. With specific intent to commit an offense on indecency with a child. Oh! And with the intent of arouse and gratify the sexual desire of a defendant. Did then, and they attempted to intentionally and knowingly engage in sexual contact with a child younger than 17. Wow! Wow. And sleeping and getting in bed with and pulling her pajamas. Wow. So he is a predator. Okay, this is not looking too good. This is not looking too good. This is not looking too good. No, it's not. No, it's not. Good job, Stacy. And good job, Spooky, for sending me information like this. This is not a good individual. Aggressive, bad history, and he's a predator. He's a predator. He's a predator. 2007. I don't give a frig how long that is. I don't care how long that is. But he didn't have to register. Melanie, I know. I'm going to pin that comment, actually. I'm going to pin that comment. If you're new over at YouTube, I would advise you to hit that subscribe button. Trust me on that. Hit that subscribe button, or you're going to miss out on any future updates, more true crime topics, stories, and any additional updates as well. Hit that follow button if you're on Facebook as well. Welcome to Novesity. My name is Nove, and we're talking about true crime. Holy shit. This got crazy. Good job, guys, on sending me this stuff. Stacy and Spooky Mess 95. Very good information. I'm going to be talking about this case more.
30 points behind Donald Trump. But
scenes unfold along this journey, but a very difficult, very hard day.
Again, I would advise you to join the Discord. All right, join the Discord. I would appreciate that very much. When you join the Discord, please, everyone needs to be on notification help. Please enter here first. I explained to you at the bottom, right? At the bottom, I explained to you about, so you don't have to get bothered with all the notifications. It shows you how to get notified only specifically when I text to everyone, okay? So when you join Discord, it's in the description. You join the Discord, we all talk about cases there. And it's just very important. Breezy gifted 5 Novesity memberships. Yes, ma'am. If you got a membership from Breezy, say thank you very much. She granted you a crown for only 1 month. That is a wonderful gift. Breezy is amazing. W Breezy in the chat. W's in the chat. W's in the chat for Breezy. All right, guys. So this is going to be the end of the podcast. We're shooting for 1 hour and 30 minutes. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. If you're brand new, hit the follow button over at Facebook. Follow YouTube. Hit the subscribe button. Get involved with me. We're going to be talking about this case and a lot more cases. Kansas City Parade. Gabby Petito now. Gabby Petito case. It looks like I'm going back to the past. We have a lot to talk about with Gabby Petito, and we are going to talk about it. W's in the chat for Breezy. Thank you so much. Wait, what is this about? Wait a minute. What is this? What is this? Not trying to come at you any kind of way, but you knew this man in some way. We are on a public page with lots of eyes reading your screenshots. Y'all knew each other. He contacted me, wanted to help me see my daughter. He doesn't know me, nor do I know him. That's when you reached out to someone? And instead of trying to explain myself any further, no knowledge to this, I'm going to continue to try and do what I can to spread word of my child and retain information. Cassie Matthews, that's her. Chat, is this the mother? Is this the mother? Cassie Matthews. Should I get an interview with her? I mean, I don't want to interfere because I know she just lost her daughter. It's terrible. I don't want to bother. She had to change her Facebook or something. Okay. I mean, I would love to. I would love to hear her side. We don't know. I know people saying she's involved, but guys, we don't. No one knows that. You know. I look up Novesity disorder. How do you find anyone help? You looked up Novesity disorder. I don't have a disorder. It's called Discord. Mary, not disorder. I don't have a disorder. It's Discord. Discord is an app on your phone, on Google Store or app. Disorder. How did you? Yes, but law enforcement may not let her talk. I don't care about law enforcement at this time. It's not a crime to let her talk. She has a freedom of speech. She can talk to me if she likes. She has law officers can't do nothing to stop her, technically. You know what I'm saying? So if any of you guys could find her, say, hey, Nove is a very rational, because I am, and reasonable guy, and would love to let you talk on his show for her to talk. You guys know how genuine I am, so yes. Contact her, be like, hey, he would love to give you a platform to talk. And let me know, who is this guy? Don Stevens McDougal? This will be an interesting interview. I would love to give her a platform to talk. He has a couple disorders. Oh, Starry Night. That's messed up. Starry, you're funny. Someone get a hold of the dad. The dad was not going to talk to me, but the mom might talk to me. So if whoever could be the first one, or if you can just contact her and be like, hey, no, would love to give you an exclusive interview on this platform. Maybe I can help out. I'm addicted to watching you, Melanie. That's so cute. Melanie Shrevers. Melanie, that's adorable. I love that. I love you. Discord, I spelled wrong. No, Mary, it's okay. I thought you said I have a disorder or something. I'm like, okay, sure. She has been interviewed. Shannon, yes, I saw that. Well, now she's going to be interviewed by me. And trust me, I'm different. I'm going to be asking some questions. But I'm not going to be intentionally hard on her because no one knows if she has anything to do with it. Do I think she has something to do with it? Nah, I don't think so. From what I know. I cannot say 100% sure. I cannot say that. But in my opinion, I don't think so. As of now, I don't. You know, and I hope with her understanding, she can understand me of how skeptical I am. And nobody is, the way when I do investigation work is everyone is not off the hook. No one. No one. You would have to show me very good background proof that you were here or wasn't involved or this time. And then I could be like, okay, then definitely I could check you off. But as of now, I don't. Especially when it comes to kids. You know. Thank you for hitting that subscribe. I see a lot of people hitting that subscribe button, guys. We just need, how many more subscribes? Do we hit 300? 14 more subscribes. Hit the subscribe button. If you're watching on the TV, you can actually hit the subscribe button on the TV. All you gotta do is click my logo. Go up on your controller. You see my picture? Click my picture and it says subscribe. You can do that. I think people didn't know that. I think she wanted to see her child. That's what it sounds like. It sounds like, if this is her mother, I don't know her name. I don't know the mother's name. If this is her name, Cassie Matthews, if that's her name, then it sounds like Cassie wanted to see her child. Juanita, thank you so much. Don't worry, guys. I'm going to Novesity. I told you I'm different. I'm going to start traveling. I'm going to start traveling to these states to do investigation work. That's what I'm going to start that very soon. I promise you. I'm not going to be all behind the camera all the time. I'm going to be going. I'm going to be going. I'm going to be going. If I would have did this case earlier in Texas, I would have went. If you think I'm joking, I'm not. I would have went. Yes, that's her name. Sarah Platt says. Okay, so Cassie Matthews. Cassie, I would love to talk to you. We all needed a laugh. Adria, yes, we do need a laugh. That's why I have this new YouTube channel that I have. Wendy Lab knows my YouTube channel that I have. That there will be a lot of laughter on this because this is too serious sometimes. All right, guys, let me get out of here. We seem to be concluded here. We will be talking about more cases. Maybe I might be on tonight. It's not a for sure, guys. It's not a for sure. If I'm not on by 9 p.m., I'm not gonna be on for tonight. We did the podcast for today. But I might be on talking about the Kansas City parade. I did the exclusive interview yesterday, and I will be making a YouTube video about that. So if I was you, follow my YouTube channel. I keep saying this. I will be uploading videos only to YouTube, nowhere else. Only strictly for YouTube. Go to my YouTube channel. It's in the description of the Facebook. Subscribe there. A lot of people are there. They're active already. I'm going to be uploading exclusive content for there. Updates as well. Shit that I don't even talk about live. Only on YouTube, okay? Bro, let's talk about Derek. You talk about Derek, like Derek Rosa? I would need new intel to talk about Derek Rosa. Lachelle with a 3 super chat. Shout out to Lachelle in the chat. Thank you so much, Lachelle. And for the stars. Lachelle with the 100 stars. Thank you. We're at Facebook. Thank you, Lachelle Walton. I appreciate you. How are you? All right, everyone. We are concluding on this today. No, if they don't like maybes, I can't give you for sure. If I give you for sure and I don't follow through it, then that's not me being authentic, is it? I have to be reliable. I will let you guys know in the Discord or members page on Facebook and YouTube only. Let you guys know if I'm going live, all right? This is the end of the podcast. Thank you guys so much for being on. I appreciate it. Hit the share, hit the like. And on YouTube, hit the like button. I would appreciate that very much. I love you guys. Please, if you're at Discord, please make sure you only post links inside the channels. Where it says podcast cases, only links is allowed there. No, not text messages. You know? Have you heard about the 2 arrested in KC shooting? Yes, I have. Yes, I have. We might talk about that. Get involved, all right? All right, guys, I love you. Until then, guys, I will see you maybe later tonight. Maybe. I'll let you guys know, okay? Audrii Cunningham, may you rest in peace, baby girl. Rest in peace. Let me show her photo one more time. Rest in peace to this beautiful child. Oh, Jesus Christ, she's so gorgeous. Such a beautiful, innocent soul. May she rest in peace. I love you guys. I will definitely see you on the next podcast, all right? Remember, guys, like I always say, do good, die great. Until then, I'll see you on the next one. See ya.